Oh, shit. It's time for the Mr.YabaChaba XXL MMA show. Reason being it be XXL, extra large, is because I didn't do my reaction video yesterday. So I do video today with the reaction of the previous card plus the upcoming prediction for next card. I don't know why I'm speaking Russian accent, but that's just how it goes on the Yabachaba'S MMA show. Motherfuckers. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I know I did. I'm sure I don't die. Yeah, so let's just get into it, shall we? So, I gotta say, the card as a whole in England, kind of a dud, right? I think the English fighters went like 3 for 5 or something like that. I believe there were 8 Englishmen altogether, 3 for 5. So, but you know, at the end of the day, as long as Tommy Aspinall wins, that's all that matters, right? Because he's obviously the next big thing, the next big star. But before we get to Tommy Aspinall, let's first kind of go back down for some memorable fights. So let's see, I'm trying to think. I'm doing this off the rip, you know. I'm so crazy busy nowadays. Got basically a brand new career I'm starting. Fucking gotta learn a whole bunch of shit. So my life is all in type of fucking shambles, right? I probably won't be doing these night videos in the car anymore. I'll probably, hopefully eventually, if all goes well, you know, get my office situated like that, right? So here's one that comes off the top of my head was Mark Giacchesi versus Joel Alvarez. So it was a decent fight, right? And you can tell that Mark Giacchesi is trying to throw some punches here and there, but like I said, he's trying to be a wrestler now, whatever. And Joel Alvarez really was looking pretty good on the feet, but man, this guy, he has 0 takedown defense. I don't understand why that is, why he likes to be taken down. Just doesn't really register in my head. Right? Even if you have incredible jiu-jitsu off your back, most people who are at least somewhat competent in the jiu-jitsu realm that take you down and stay in your guard or in your half guard, they're not gonna, you know what I mean? They're not gonna fall for anything crazy. They're really not. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That happens, you know. It's the fight game, so anything can happen, obviously, but it's obviously low percentage compared to being the guy on top, being in full guard, half guard, throwing punches, advancing, this and that, right? Like, you know, why, you know, like what comes to mind with like positional jiu-jitsu is like Glover, right? Glover Teixeira. Dude, I fucking love Glover, man. He's my fucking hero, right? Got the belt at 42 years old. You know why he got the belt at 42? Obviously, he has great boxing, great hands, but that didn't win him the belt. What won him the belt was his grappling, right? Taking people down, passing right away, and it was just beautiful positional jiu-jitsu, and just knew how to be really heavy on top, lay some crazy ground and pound submissions. You know what I mean? He was just nasty when he gets you on the ground, right? And his wrestling matched with his jiu-jitsu level. Like, he got people to the ground. He wasn't flopping around like some idiot, and you know. No, so back to Mark Giacchesi, Joel Alvarez. So yeah, Joel Alvarez, 0 takedown defense. I don't know why Mark Giacchesi kind of controlling him. They're kind of going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Then an unfortunate headbutt happened, right? But it's kind of hard to say this because I'm obviously not fucking Mark Giacchesi. But in previous Mark Giacchesi fights, he slows down. He slows down quite a lot. He doesn't have the best gas tank because, I mean, the dude's built like crazy. Like, his physique is insane, right? Comes with a price. So, he's extremely explosive, powerful, strong, all that good shit, right? He's a decent grappler now, wrestler. He kind of leans toward that now because, you know, he doesn't want to take chances on the feet, kind of playing it quote-unquote safe. But, you know, he started gassing a little bit, and even though Joel Alvarez did headbutt him, and it was kind of like in that ear area behind the ear, right? But here's the thing, you know, how badly was he hurt? Even though, you know, I'm saying this now, but it's like now I remember when they did the raise the hand, whatever, the winner of the fight, he was kind of like a little still disoriented, stumbled around. Did that fuck his equilibrium up that bad, right? Or was it kind of like a way out? Like, oh God, I can't. Like, oh, come on, please, give me a break. Oh no, shit, right? Like, I want to know how compromised was he, and only he would know that, right? But it didn't look like the baddest headbutt in the world. It didn't look like he freaking charged at him with his head. They kind of just clashed heads, but it wasn't. I don't think it was the worst headbutt I've ever seen. You want to talk about a horrible headbutt? You want to look at Jared Gordon, Bobby Green. That's a horrible headbutt, right? That got Jared Gordon knocked the fuck out. So, kind of unfortunate circumstances there, but as Kevin Holland would say, if it was a street fight, that type of shit happens, and you can't, by any means, get caught, no matter if that happened or not, right? So, good win for Joel Alvarez. I just wish he would take, come on, man. You gotta have some sort of takedown defense. You have 0% in the UFC. 0% takedown defense. That's embarrassing. Embarrassing. So, yeah. Then, obviously, another one that comes to the top of my head was a war between Andre Fili and Nathaniel Wood. I gotta say, Andre Fili got absolutely robbed. There's not even a doubt in my mind. Obviously, Nathaniel Wood did hurt him in the first round, right? But then Andre Fili hurt him in the first round as well. They hurt each other back and forth. Second round was a huge round for Andre Fili. Almost had him out of there, right? Crazy amount of damage. First round, you could give it to Nathaniel Wood because near the end he was putting a lot of, punches on him, almost got him away, almost put him away. Even though Andre Fili kind of dropped Nathaniel Wood pretty early on in that fight, but didn't really do much to it. So yeah, I'd give the first round Nathaniel Wood, Andre Fili second round. Then the third round was kind of just them poking each other, punching back and forth, kind of nothing too much. But Andre Fili did land more of the strikes, and it's based off of damage. So you got to give second round Fili, third round Fili. It's easy, 29-28. They gave it to Nathaniel Wood. Complete robbery, I'm sorry. That's just the way I saw it. Great fight, though, and Nathaniel Wood definitely found his weight class at 145, but he has got a big-ass fucking head. Holy shit. Built like a oversized hobbit. Oh, man, Andre Fili got them fucking scuba diver feet. And them fucking, them canoes down there, right? But, no. It was a very great fight to see, so hopefully they got fight of the night. I hope so. And then you got, how could I forget? Bull Craig. Damn, did he look good at middleweight? He's big, he's tall, he's lanky, he's got crazy cardio. Andre Muniz looked pretty quick, fast, powerful, but he just faded, It's really surprising to see, man, like, how quickly your energy gets zapped from grappling exchanges, right? And your energy really gets zapped, right? And that's what makes me admire, like, the lighter weight guys, because they just do that shit nonsense. Look at Brandon Moreno and Pantoja, right? Oh my God. Can you imagine two heavyweights going at that pace? They'd be dead. It looked like Kimbo sliced out that 5,000. R.I.P. Kimbo. To a real one, right? But So, definitely the grappling transition made Muniz pretty tired. Probably, and the flight, the fucking jet lag, you name it, right? But that's no excuse, because fighters from Australia fight in Vegas all the time. Fighters from England fight in Vegas all the time, so no excuse, but it's a factor. So, but yeah, but Paul Craig, he looked pretty good. He's getting more comfortable on the feet, which I liked. His wrestling looked pretty damn good. His timing looked pretty good. Got some pretty nice takedowns, right? And he looked good, you know, especially when he gets to the mat. He's very efficient. You know, he avoided that sweep from Andre Muniz, kind of spun around, landed up on top, and then Muniz was like, oh, I'm done. I'm spent. And he just got cremated right there. So good job, Paul Craig. He's already ranked in middleweight. It's a great, you know, he's still in it. 35 years old. And he looks good, right? Very good. So well done. Then you got Meatball, Molly McCann. You know, people love or hate Meatball Molly. I like her. I like her because at the end of the day, she likes to fucking fight. She likes to knock people out, right? She wants to entertain the crowd. Yeah, she gets a little too carried away with herself sometimes, but honestly, what do you not like about her trying her absolute hardest to try to knock you out, or get knocked out, or get finished herself, right? So you got to respect that at the end of the day. And what sucks is she cares too much about knocking girls out, and she's not worried about the grappling. Because even though Julia Storyalenko, and I saw this like funny comment that said that Julia stole your raincoat. Stole your raincoat. Really put a number on Meatball. That was too funny. Stole your raincoat. But no, you could tell that Storyalenko has some very, very high-level jiu-jitsu. Just the way that she took Meatball's back, kept her on her back when she tried to roll, snatched that arm, even though she was kind of like upside down, snatched that arm, was able to throw her legs over. Beautiful stuff. Very high-level stuff. And I gotta say, even though it was kind of up against the cage where Molly ended up falling into, there was a chance where she was, you know, Storyalenko was kind of like inverted, trying to get that arm, and Molly, all she had to do was just stand up on her feet and stack Storyalenko and just stack her, right? And then you kind of like machine gun. You call it machine gun when you pull away from the grip, right? That's all she had to do. It was the first round. They were still dry. Or no, sorry, that actually makes it worse if you're still dry, but you know, it's still the first round. You got all your energy. That's what I meant to say. So it's just very apparent that she has zero grappling, zero brother, zero grappling. You need to go Dagestan, brother. You need to go Dagestan, brother. So very disappointing. She let everybody in England down. The whole crowd went silent. Good on Storyalenko to get that sub. She's got like a crazy amount of arm bars, and you know, I mean, her striking looked kind of poo-poo cock-a-doodie. But when you're that much of a specialist, you can kind of get away with that striking being ass. Well, she's definitely, if she wants to be champion, she's gonna have to definitely tighten that shit up. So, but anyways, congrats on her. Beautiful execution. And like I said, very disappointed to see you, like, the first takedown that happens in the fight, you get submitted, right? Like, what was all that training for? What was all those days, months in the gym preparing for this one moment just to get fucking cream pie like that? Very disappointing. And yeah, I don't know, she needs to fucking literally just live on the mats. And for God's sakes, just develop the defense, for fuck's sake. Even if you don't want to have any submission offense at all, just get the defense down, for fuck's sake. It's not that hard. It's really not. You know? Like, are you really that fucking out of your element and you've been fighting MMA for how fucking long? How many years? You don't know how to defend a fucking armbar? I mean, it sounds like I'm going off, but it's just true, man. It's not only her. It's so many people that I see, especially like heavyweights. Like you'll see like heavyweights also have like this crazy grappling like fucking defect or whatever. I don't know what to call it. Disadvantage. It's just like so many guys in heavyweight that are they're just strikers. That's just all. They're just strikers, and their grappling is just shit. They have zero, like nothing. Like I remember Walt Harris for Verdum. I remember that fight. Yeah, Walt Harris took on a short notice, fine, but he had no fucking idea what to do the moment Verdum put him on the ground. He got submitted in like fucking 1 minute. Obviously, Verdum is a crazy high-level black belt, but it's like, come on. Really? First takedown, first sub attempt? Goodbye? Jesus. And you don't see that type of grappling, why am I losing words for this? Disadvantages in, like, lighter weight classes. Literally, you show me people at flyweight and bantamweight, even featherweight, that are just completely incompetent on the ground. Like you won't find them at all. Like literally every single one of them in the lighter weight classes have such amazing like grappling defense, grappling offense, scrambles, wrestling. They have it. Even though some might favor striking or be a little bit better in the striking realm, you can just see that they just know what they're doing. They know how to get out of it. They're scrappy. It's so much fun to watch, right? Because they are complete mixed martial artists. They are full. They are, complete. So, anyways, congratulations, stole your raincoat. And then, obviously, the big kahuna, right? The main man. The man in the arena, right? Espino, Tommy Espino, Tommy Espino, Tommy Espino. He is a motherfucker, man. Like, wow, dude. You know, I didn't think that injury would fuck him up that bad. I didn't like a lot of people thought it was over, this and that. Whoa. A lot of people thought it was over, this and that. But honestly, I never thought that one bit. I knew he was extremely talented and that he's, he'll be good. He'll come back and recover from that. But that's what I thought. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the fuck I think. It matters how he performs. And man, I tell you what, it's like he got better. It's like he just got 100 times better. Like him having his knee fucking blow out made him like 100 times better. It's crazy. He's fast as shit. He's accurate as shit. His vision, his timing, his precision, his power. The dude's fucking 260 pounds, and he can just charge at you like in lightning quick speed. And he's I'm telling you, he's extremely amazing to watch, right? And Tybura just didn't have a prayer. He's just too slow. He's obviously the grinder type of guy Tybura is, but he just didn't have a prayer, honestly. This Aspinall guy is just on another level. I still want to see him be in bad positions. I want to see what happens when he gets taken down. I want to see what happens if he gets rocked. Because I'm not a big fan of how, even though he's quick and he can do that, he's got great vision, he's got great distance, timing, I get it. But I cringe every time he leaves his chin a little bit in the air and he does this, right? And then he kind of pulls back and da-da, and then he keeps his chin in the air the whole time. It drives me nuts. If I was his coach, or, you know what I mean, I would be pounding in his head. Do not keep your chin up, for fuck's sake. If you're far away, yeah, sure. But when you get into that striking range, do not play with fire, my friend. Because Tybura, if you watch that fight closely, he threw some shots. He tried to hit him, and, you know, he almost clobbered him a couple times having his chin in the air. Obviously, he didn't touch him, but it was there, right? And especially at heavyweight, chin is in the air. That is a big, that's a big risk, my friend. Even though Cyril Gane does the same thing too, sort of. But at least Aspinall kind of has his hands close to his face rather than Cyril just having his hands by his waist. Face, waist. I'm a poet. I didn't even know it. So, great performance by Tommy Aspinall. The way he laid out his next course of events was phenomenal. He said, I'm going to be there, Cyril Gane, Spivak. I'm going to fight the winner, and then I'm going to go beat John Jones' ass, which please, Tommy. Or even Stipe, even though I love Stipe so much. He's like one of my favorite fighters of all time. He's 42? Even though at heavyweight, that's not too old, but Stipe's been around forever. He's been laid off. He's been, not laid off, but he's been, he just hasn't fought in forever, right? And that's what he's been doing. He's been fighting like one fight per year for like 5 years now. So, I don't know. I just hope he can beat John Jones because I hate John Jones. I despise him. He's a piece of shit person. Even his fighting style sucks, right? Sure, he came back after all these years, beat Cyril Gane, whatever, boo. Cyril Gane has zero fucking jiu-jitsu at all. Zero. He got out-wrestled by fucking Francis, for fuck's sake. But anyways, I just hate him. I hate him as a person. He's a piece of crap. Hit that pregnant lady in her arm and ran away. Then later in Joe Rogan's podcast was like, oh, she got her money, blah, blah, blah. Like, he could give two fucks less. He's an actual sociopath narcissist. Like, that is, like, if you go on YouTube and you actually watch, it's like some video some guy posted on YouTube. It's like, John Jones is a sociopath. And it shows you what a sociopath is, all the qualities, and then it shows John Jones in, like, various clips of interviews and him portraying sociopathic traits, right? So, fuck him. He's a piece of shit. He's a cheater. He head kicked DC while he was on fucking steroids. He's never been clean ever in his entire career. I never believed 1 second that he was ever clean. He's just a piece of shit, coward, eye poker, dirty ass fighter. Fuck John Jones. So I hope he gets absolutely just flatlined, just like the toes curling like this, fucking stiff as a board. That would make me happy. That would make me. I've been watching this man for years win when he shouldn't have. I've been watching it for years. His time is coming. Mark my fucking words. Anyways. Then we got UFC 291. Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje. That's going to be a fucking crazy-ass fight. I don't know why they're doing the BMF title again. It's fucking stupid. What's going to happen? Whoever wins this fight, then they fight. Is it going to be 2 titles on the line? Let's say Dustin Poirier wins, which I think he's going to win. So he wins, gets the BMF belt. Then he fights Islam or Charles. What, is his belt again on the line again too, or like what? This doesn't make sense. Then you already had the linear BMF title, which is now Leon. Leon Edwards is the BMF belt holder now. It just doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. Anyways, you got that fight. You got Alex Pereira versus Jan Blachowicz, which is going to be insane. Then you got Michael Chiesa, Kevin Holland, Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green, and then you got Wonder Boy versus Michel Pereira, right? Michel, yeah, that's his name. So, let's first start off with Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green. And you got Jake Matthews on the card. You got Matthew Semmelsberger on the card. You know, there's good, you know, but I'm just going to go over the main card real quick. So it's at the top of the dome. Yeah, you know, Tony Ferguson, man, he's just done. I'm sorry, man. He's just done. I love Tony Ferguson. He had some of the craziest fights I've ever seen in my freaking life. The UFC did him so dirty not giving him an official fucking title shot instead of that interim belt bullshit. He tried to save the day during the whole pandemic thing, fought Justin Gaethje short. No, you know, he just done so much. He's given so much to the sport. He's taken some fucking crazy damage. Recently, he's been getting fucking finished left and right, taking horrible damage. You know, he fought a washed Nate Diaz and looked absolutely so bad. Like, he didn't even cut Nate Diaz. And Nate Diaz gets cut when you blink at him, okay? That's when Nate Diaz gets cut. He gets cut just by existing. He gets cut. And Tony Ferguson didn't even do that to him. I'm sorry, but he's just done. He's just over the hill. It's over. He's expired. You know, sad. It's very sad to say, but it's just true. I would be, honestly, the most shocked I've ever been in my life if Tony Ferguson, like, pulls out, like, a crazy spinning back elbow knockout. Like, I would go absolutely ballistic, right? But the truth of the matter is, Bobby Green is still performing at a pretty high level. You know, he almost, you know, beat the brakes off of Drew Dober, who Drew Dober is like a super high level lightweight, right? Now, Bobby Green, he's still good. He's still fighting really well. Like, he's not slowed down at all. His punches look fast, crisp, clean, striking, crazy boxing. His shoulder roll is like, you know, not even comparable to anybody in the UFC besides maybe Sean Strickland. But Sean Strickland does that weird, like, arm thing. Right, Wing Chun fucking arm thing. But, you know, I feel bad for Tony. I hope after he loses this fight, he retires and, you know, gets mental help as well. Because he's, like, drunk driving, flipping his truck and shit. You know, and he's got other problems too. So I just hope he gets the help he deserves. Maybe open up a gym. He's super famous. He's super popular. People go to his gym 100%. And Bobby Green by knockout. Bobby Green knockout like first minute. I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm sorry. Ferguson's too slow. He can't take the damage anymore. And literally that Nate Diaz fight was the worst performance, sloppiest performance I've ever seen in my entire existence. Like, you remember Tony, like, you know, a prime Tony Ferguson. I'll give you an example of prime Tony Ferguson. When he fought RDA, I think it was in Mexico. Oh my God. He beat the fuck out of RDA. He started doing the kukui dance. He started jabbing him, throwing those jabs out there. Unpredictable. Throwing those teep kicks. Wrestling exchanges. You could never even hold Tony Ferguson down. Like, he's just an animal, right? But it's just over now. So, anyways, sorry to go too much in depth on that. But then you got Kevin Holland, Michael Chiesa, and I gotta say this, right? I think Michael Chiesa is a cool guy. I think he's a cool guy. I think he's a pretty decent fighter. He's not bad, right? Not bad. But facts are facts. He ain't no fucking top 10, top 15 welterweight. He's not. Okay? His grappling, wrestling, somewhat decent, but not high level. His jiu-jitsu is not high level. His striking is ass. Okay? He got submitted by Vicente Luque in literally the first round. And he's the grappler guy. He got absolutely obliterated by Sean Brady. And I gotta tell you, man, Michael Chiesa really just isn't. He's not elite. He's not high level. And I don't know why the fuck he's sitting on the desk. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm sorry. I think he's a cool guy. I think he's, yeah, hey man, drink some brewskis, yeah. A white guy, big beard, tattoos, woo. I'm sorry. For you to be an analyst on the desk, in my opinion, you should be a legend, an older fighter, and this is, income for older fighters who put their time in, and they're legends, they amazing fight, this and that, right? Not some, Kiss has been around for a little bit, but not some guy who's can't barely sniff the top 15, top 10, mediocre skills. When's the last time you're like, bro, that fucking Chiesa fight was crazy? Never. No. It's never happened. Sorry. Kevin Holland, on the other hand, you want to talk about, like, crazy power. Like, he's got fucking, like, crazy power. Like, when he fought Tim Means, you could just tell by Tim Means' face, and Tim can take a fucking shot. Alright, he's trailer park Tom Brady, okay? He's fucking tight. I love Tim Means. And he's got a crazy chin, but you could, like, even Tim Means was like, what the fuck did just hit me? Holy shit, right? So, Kevin Holland's got crazy power. Even at 85, wasn't even cutting weight. Dropping motherfuckers, knocking them out left and right. Like, he's nasty. Now you're seeing him at welterweight, his true weight class. Dedicated athlete. Striking is fucking always on point. His footwork, movement is good. Lanky, tall, fast. Great jiu-jitsu. Even though I saw that fight with Wonder Boy live. Wonder Boy is just like, I'll get into him in a little bit, but Wonder Boy is just on, another level. But Kevin Holland got his ass handed to him, demolished. But he's got a crazy chin. Holy shit, right? But I'm excited to see Kevin Holland back. And I got to tell you, he's going to knock out Michael Chiesa. He's going to knock him out. I'm telling you, Michael Chiesa is not anything special. He's mediocre at best. And he's going to get absolutely flatlined. Flatline, I would say second round. So then we got Wonder Boy Thompson versus Michel Pereira. Demoledor. Dude, I love Michel Pereira's fights. He's a fucking wild man. His style is crazy and unique. He throws everything with fucking power. Wonder Boy, I saw him live at 40 years old. He was so fast. Seeing him live, I'll never forget that in my life. On TV, that's one thing, sure, whatever. But in person, he was faster than some of the fucking, like, featherweights on the card. He was faster. Like, I couldn't believe how fast Wonder Boy was. Even Kevin Hall was like, damn, this old motherfucker's fast as fuck, right? So, this fight, when I think about it, man, here's the thing. It's just that fighters they just age overnight. They just age like milk. It really just, it can just happen one day, right? Have we seen that with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson yet? No. Even his losses, he didn't slow down. He just got out-grappled. Bilal Muhammad and Gilbert Burns just out-grappled the fuck out of Wonderboy, right? So, I think this is going to be a stand-up affair, of course. And I think that, I got to tell you, I think Michel Pereira's got the age. He's younger, he's faster, he's stronger, he's athletic. He has that same capoeira, karate, kind of crazy, elusive style, super fast, explosive, right? And I think that's what you're going to need to kind of throw off a Wonder Boy, right? Somebody like a Michel Pereira. It's going to be a crazy fight. And I'm very excited to see how Wonder Boy tries to figure out Michel Pereira, and vice versa. But I got to tell you, I'm leaning towards Michel Pereira by, for some reason, like, I'm picturing this fight as like fight of the night. I don't know why. I think it's going to be like fight of the night. And I think it's going to be third round TKO Michel Pereira. It's going to be a back and forth, crazy ass fucking fight, dropping each other left and right. And I think Wonder Boy, he's got more miles on the clock. He's older. And he's gonna get the TKO in round 3. He's gonna get TKO'd. I love Wonder Boy. I think he's the best. He should be in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, just what I think. It's a young man's game. Then you got Jan, legendary Polish power. Legendary Polish power. Versus Alex Pereira. And I gotta say, a lot of people are favoring Alex by KO. Might want to look at that a little bit deeper, right? When did Alex Pereira last fight? April? He got knocked out cold by Izzy. April. That's right. April, the fourth month. You got May. You got June, and then he's fighting in July, right? Training camp takes a couple months. So realistically, he's only recovered from that bad KO from Izzy for like a couple, 2-3 weeks, and then he's back at it training again, back at getting hit in the head again, right? Maybe I'm looking into it a little too much, but the thing is, when you get knocked out cold like that, like bad, not like TKO'd where he got wobbled and just, covered up. He got knocked out cold, right? That's totally different. Totally different, right? Your body needs a month or 2 at least with no head trauma to fully recover from that. Even though he's fighting up a weight class, he's at 205. My opinion, I think it's a little too soon. Jan Blachowicz, on the other hand, he's got a chin made of fucking concrete. His head looks like a cinder block. He's got cinder block for hands. And his striking is just so underrated. Like, nobody talks about Jan Blachowicz' striking. He literally shut down Izzy, who everybody heralds as the greatest striker in the UFC currently. He shut him down. Like, people don't even realize, oh, he out-wrestled him near the end. No. He shut Israel down. Israel barely landed a clean fucking punch on Jan. He shut Israel down. Bad. The moment Jan was checking those leg kicks, stopping those leg kicks from happening, it was just Israel just didn't know what to do because he always incorporates leg kicks in his fucking striking. And he's not comfortable unless he can leg kick you at will, right? And Jan Blachowicz just shut that down easily, jabbed Israel's face, and then eventually just took him down and wrestled him. Does Alex have the same striking style as Izzy? No, but Alex does like to do that calf kick that he kind of slaps the calf. He does that a lot, and he does that to open up his punching as well with the leg kicks, right? And I gotta tell you, the way I'm looking at this fight, Blachowicz has the grappling chops, and even though Pereira is working on the grappling with Glover and the jiu-jitsu and all that, there's just you can't make up for all that time, right? You just really can't, especially when you get into really compromising positions. Only if you've been there so many times can you really just So I think Blachowicz is going to get it done, and I wouldn't be surprised if he knocks out Pereira. I really wouldn't be surprised. I'm telling you right now. Telling you. Dude, Blachowicz was in front of Israel for 5 rounds. Didn't even get touched. Okay? Telling you right now. For some reason, it's going to be Blachowicz by sub or by KO. Telling you. This is going to be a crazy-ass card. Utah's always fucking crazy. Always, like they've been fighting there forever. Anyways, then we got the main event for the the booty motherfucker belt. Poirier, Justin Gaethje. To be honest with you, Justin Gaethje really hasn't changed his style that much from the first time they fought. Gaethje kind of throws his jab a little bit more, maybe. Maybe he's a little bit more patient, right? But at the end of the day, it's the same shit. He crowds you, puts you up against the cage, sort of, tries to corral you, throw those leg kicks from super close range. Leg kick, leg kick, leg kick, hook, hook, hook. You never see him throw a 1-2. You never see that. Does Justin Gaethje throw a jab? Sure. Uppercuts? Yes. Hooks? Yes. 1-2s? No. Combinations? No. Body shots? No. Did he incorporate his wrestling a little bit? Sure. Right? But, Poirier, I consider him to be one of the best boxers in the UFC. He's an animal. His jiu-jitsu is very good. Even though his rear naked choke defense kind of confuses me. If he's a black belt, I don't understand why he is having struggles with defending a rear naked choke. It's one of the most basic submissions to defend. But I'm not fighting. Who the fuck am I? But anyways, the way I see this fight going down, as long as Dustin Poirier, doesn't get caught early by Gaethje, like the first round or two, I think Poirier is going to pick him apart, just like he did in the first fight. Even though the first fight was a dog fight, it was just back and forth, the leg kicks, he hurt Dustin a few times, but I see Poirier. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he finished him in the fourth round again, like he did the first time. Wouldn't be surprised. So, anywho, that is my Yabachaba'S MMA show XXL version. Hope you guys enjoyed. I really, really, really appreciate anybody who watches this garbage, right? But at the end of the day, I'm doing something that I love to do. I love talking about fights. I see other people do it, and I'm like, I can do this. I can do it way better in a more entertaining way. Obviously, I'm just working with what I got for now, but you just wait and see while I grow. And shit, man, one day, if I can do this show with a professional setup, right? All the gizmos and gadgets and all my funny ideas that I have to incorporate in the show, little challenges, a little wheel of death. I think it'd be so much fun, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. And I can't wait to actually bring that to you guys one day. But for now, I love you guys. I got the major diarrhea, and I can't wait to get home. I love you.